Hello. Hi guys, can you hear me? Anoop, can you hear me? Manohar, good morning. Manohar, can you hear me? Okay, Anoop, okay. We'll just wait for some time. Let other people join in. So, and then we'll start off with today's session. Okay. So everybody joins in. Slowly, people are joining in now. So, would you like me to speak in Hindi or would you like me to speak in English? What language should I choose today? Thank you, Sahil. What language would you like me to choose to speak in today's session? You guys can type in your answers in the comment uh, section. Whatever language you wish to choose, you want me to speak in, I'll be speaking in that language. Okay. Okay. So uh, slowly people will join in. So I think it is time that I should start off with today's session. So a lot of people they want to join kitchen, okay, but they have no idea about kitchen. So first, you should have some idea about kitchen. How should you be preparing yourself about kitchen? How is the work culture of kitchen is? What are the working hours of kitchen? What is the social social gatherings, or how much of social life would you be getting after you join kitchen? So all these points you should make clear in your head before you opt kitchen as one of your areas or one of your goal to achieve, or one of your area of interest where you want to work in. So you should know how your area of interest looks like, how it feels like, what is the pressure like to be working in a kitchen, or how physically strong should you be. Okay, so this is a few things that you should know about how kitchen should be. How what is a kitchen? Okay, so being chef, is it a physical job? कितना physical job है? How you should know that. कितने घंटे की आपकी नौकरी होगी? You should know that. क्या आपके नौकरी में आपको बैठने के लिए मिलेगा? Would you get to sit in your job or not? You should know that. What? How would you be social life would be after once you join the hotel industry, or in any department if you join the hotel industry? How would be your uh, social life? How much salary would you be getting? Okay. How much of working hours would you be spending in kitchen if you join kitchen as your career? So this all questions you should ask yourself. Try to find answers for them, because most of the answers would be very less of social life. You won't be getting Sundays off. If you're okay with that, you should join kitchen. Salary in the starting depends what position you're going to crack. So whether you're going to earn more money or less money depends on what kind of kitchen management training program or entry level program you start off your career with. Physical job, yes, it is a very demanding, job which you have to stand for long hours, because cooking is something you can't do by sitting. Okay, you have to stand and then cook. Nobody sits down and then cook. Okay, might be in villages people are doing that, but if you're in the hotel industry, you can't sit and cook. Okay, what else? Do you need to be innovative? Yes, you need to be very innovative. So all these points you should be made crystal clear in your head before you join kitchen line. Okay. सो बच्चों अभी आज मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ आपको बताने वाला हूँ कि कोई सा भी इंटरव्यू के लिए आप जाते हो, वेदर इट इज फॉर किचन और फॉर इट इज फॉर हाउस कीपिंग और इट इज फॉर यू नो front office or whatever. Some common things are there that you have to take care of. What are these common things are? Grooming. कोई सा भी आपके होटल आता है, for interview, and whether you're studying for kitchen, for front office, for food production, for service, for F&B, for housekeeping, front office, कोई सा भी डिपार्टमेंट आप चूज करते हो, तो फर्स्ट थिंग जो आपका इंप्रेशन बनाती है वो होती है आपकी ग्रूमिंग। आपका ग्रूमिंग बढ़िया होना चाहिए, तभी आपका जो फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन होता है वो उससे आपका ग्रूमिंग से होता है। देखिए किचन में आपको कौन सी बुक्स पढ़नी है, क्या कुजीन चूज करनी है, ये सब बहुत बाद में आता है। फर्स्ट जो चीजें हैं, लेट अस टॉक अबाउट दोस थिंग्स व्हिच द इंडस्ट्री लुक्स इनटू। So those things are first you grooming. You have to work hard on your English. Okay, why I'm saying all this, I would also be explaining this to you. You should be physically fat. Sorry, fit. If you're too fat, unfortunately, the kitchen people, the hotel industry won't hire you if you're too fat. If you're too dark, color does not really play an important role here. What plays an important role is how your physique is. Because in kitchen, you have to be up and running all the time. So if you're really fat, you know, then you won't be able to be very active in kitchen. So you should not be lethargic if you're planning to join kitchen. Okay, you should read a lot of books because you should have a sound basics about kitchen. You should know about hazard, what is a hazard, and by reading books, what's going to happen is your technicals are going to get stronger. So when technicals are stronger, you can clear the technical round which comes when you go for interview. Now pick up a cuisine. This is also very important. This is the thing I'm talking about before going for an interview. You should, अब आप third year में आ गए हो या fourth year में आ गए हो, आपका college अगर 4 साल का है, and suddenly you wake up, you said now I want to become a chef. So you have already missed the train. I'm sorry, sir. I'm there. I'm sorry, my dear. You have already missed the train. आप third year में fourth year में आके जाग रहे हो, आप बोलते हो अब मैं पढ़ूंगा और अब मैं एक cuisine pick कर लेता हूँ. I'll start working on that cuisine. मैं technical सारे पढ़ लूंगा. That is not going to happen. वो बहुत late हो चुका है. You have to shape yourself from first year, at least from second year. Give yourself ample amount of time, or you can say ample amount of net practice should have been done if you're planning to join kitchen. वो चीजें क्या है? You pay attention in your grooming. You pay attention in your physical appearance. If you're fat, start losing weight. Start reading a lot of books. कौन सी books है मैं आपको बताऊंगा. बहुत सारी books नहीं पढ़नी होती हैं. Okay, so what are those books? I'll tell you what are the books. Read about hazard, what are hazards, and make your technicals strong. And pick up one cuisine. ये सब steps हैं before preparing for the interview. क्योंकि बच्चों हो सकता है कि you have trained yourself very hard, you are a fantastic cook, but what if you can't clear a GD? So अगर आप बहुत अच्छे शेफ भी हो, आप बहुत अच्छा खाना बनाते हो, आप बहुत अच्छे प्लेटिंग करते हो, पर आप जीडी ही क्लियर नहीं कर पा रहे हो, so it becomes of no use. आप जीडी में ही आउट हो जाते हो. Trust me, I've seen a lot of students, a lot of my students who were really, really great in kitchen, but they could not crack the interviews of because they could not speak English. So अगर आप फोर्थ ईयर में जाते हो तो आपको बहुत, या थर्ड ईयर में जाते हो और आप बोलते हो नाउ आई वांट टू बिकम अ शेफ, तो आपको बहुत सारी चीजों पे वर्कआउट करना पड़ेगा, आपकी कम्युनिकेशन में, आपकी ग्रूमिंग में, आपकी फिजिकल अपीयरेंस में, आपकी टेक्निकल्स में, आपकी कुकिंग स्किल्स में. सो इट इज एडवाइजेबल दैट यू वेक अप if you want to become a chef. It is the time that when you decide you want to become a chef, wake up. First year is the best time to wake up. Okay, and start preparing yourself. All right. So now I'll start off. जब आपका कोई इंटरव्यूज होते हैं तो वो होते कैसे, किचन के इंटरव्यूज या फिर किसी भी मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनिंग के इंटरव्यूज वो होते कैसे, and I'll come back to the point that how you should prepare yourself for the interviews. सबसे पहले जब आपका कोई भी इंटरव्यू होता है वो होता है जीडी या फिर ग्रुप डिस्कशन. उसमें क्या होता है, यू शुड नो व्हाट इज द सिलेक्शन क्राइटेरिया, हाउ थिंग्स हैपन. कि आपने पढ़ तो सब कुछ लिया पर आप इंग्लिश ही नहीं बोल पाए, आप जीडी में ही आउट हो गए. तो क्या होता है बच्चों, आपने क्या करना होता है, सबसे पहले the first and the foremost round for any interview for any field, with no respect whether you want to become chef or a manager or a housekeeping you want to join, or you want to join front office, you have to face a GD. Now what is a GD? GD में आप you are dividing the batch of 10, 15, 5, depending what is the strength of the college, students की कितना strength है, और उस जीडी में क्या होता है, द इंटरव्यूअर विल कम एंड ही विल गिव यू अ, he or she whoever is there will give you a topic, instant topic. For example, what is the situation in Nepal nowadays? You have to speak upon it. तो यहाँ पर बताइए कुकिंग कहाँ पे आया, कुकिंग तो आया ही नहीं। सो आपको किस में अवेयर रहना है, आपको अपने जनरल अवेयरनेस को भी, जीके को स्ट्रॉन्ग करना है, आपका जनरल अवेयरनेस को अपने आप को स्ट्रॉन्ग करना पड़ेगा। सो यू हैव टू, हाउ वुड दैट इम्प्रूव? बाय रीडिंग न्यूज पेपर्स, बाय वाचिंग वाचिंग न्यूज। ओके, तो अगर क्योंकि आप जीडी में जाते हो, नो मैटर यू आर अ वेरी एक्सलेंट स्टूडेंट, आप बहुत से खाना बनाते हो, आप बहुत से नाइफ स्किल्स आपके बहुत अच्छे, पर आप जीडी में गए और आपको पता ही नहीं है कि आसपास क्या हो रहा है, और आप जीडी क्लियर नहीं कर पाए, तो व्हाट इज द यूज? So this is where you need to work. Like, you can't work it. आज आप, you wake up today and you said, now I want to be a chef now. So this you have to put hard work into it, right? या फिर आपका जीडी में टॉपिक हो सकता है कि what is happening in China nowadays. Okay, what is happening with sports? Who won the IPL? Maybe I'm just giving examples. They can pick up any topic. Okay, so what is happening in Myanmar, for example? Okay, you have to speak upon it. या फिर they can give you anything like, why do you think cameras in kitchen should be allowed or not? You have to speak on this. All right. Do you think chefs is an underrated job? You have to speak about it. So, bachcho, this is very important that you have to work on your communication skills first, because the first and the foremost round is G. Okay. I will also be making a video on how to crack GD. Other, if your English is not really good, but you still want to crack GD, I would be also helping you in clearing the GD. Second round होता है आपका technical. Once you have cleared the GD, then it comes PI or technical, a combination of personal, introduction along with your technicals. They check your, again they check your communication skills, which is the CU background, which is not very relevant, and then they ask you some technical questions also. अगर आपका जीडी क्लियर हो गया, अगर आपका पीआई क्लियर हो गया है, and that is when they call you for a trade test. Now, what is a trade test? Trade test is something which the hotel industry calls you. If you're selected for some hotel A, they will call you and they will ask you to cook something for them, in which they would be seeing very basics of your, how you're cutting the vegetable, how much hygiene you're following when you're doing your cooking, or how skilled are you with the knife. Okay, so in trade test there are two things that happens. Some hotels they give their own menus, some hotels they ask you to plan your own menu, which can be a three course menu or four course. If you clear the trade test, the next thing that comes in is the GM round. Then you go in interaction with the GM. However, if you clear trade test, GM round is merely a formality in most of the cases, but still GM likes to see you and then he takes a final call. So these are the three, four, five steps which happens for any management training program. If you're not in a किचन वालों की थोड़ी सी इसमें एक एक्स्ट्रा राउंड जाता है ट्रेड टेस्ट का, क्योंकि if they clear the group discussion, if they clear the PI, the technical, in some hotels they also go for written test. If you clear all these three, the kitchen people have to go for one extra round, that is trade test. If you are from housekeeping front of your service, you don't have to appear for something which is a trade test. And then the GM round. ये चार चीजें होती हैं बच्चों when you're going for any interview. And now, when you're preparing for an interview, what you need to, work on is your grooming. Okay, don't have very long hairs. You should be short and trim hairs. Work on your communication skills. Work on your physique. If you're too, fat, generally hotels don't prefer people who are very fat. And some people think that if you're too dark or something, hotel will not take you. That is completely a myth. Hotel will never reject you on your physical color appearance, but on your physical appearance of your body, hotel may reject you, because if you're too fat, then hotels might reject you. Technicals you have to work on. A cuisine you have to pick up. अब बच्चे क्या करते हैं, फोर्थ में आते हैं, बोलते हैं मुझे शेफ बनना है, but उनको पता ही नहीं कुजीन कौन सी लेनी है. So you have to really work on a cuisine which would help you. आप कैसे, how would you select a cuisine? So you select a cuisine by asking yourself, what do you enjoy cooking the most? सबसे ज़्यादा खाना बनाने में कौन सी cuisine को बनाने में आपको मजा आता है? क्या चाइनीज का खाना बनाने में आपको मजा आता है? क्या आपको इंडियन खाना बनाने में आता है कि आपका बेकरी में इंटरेस्ट है, किस में आपका इंटरेस्ट है, जिसमें आपका इंटरेस्ट है उस कुजीन को आप पिकअप करो and then start working on that same cuisine, start preparing a four course menu और ट्रेड टेस्ट बनाना शुरू करो. सपोज करो आपने ट्रेड टेस्ट बनाना फर्स्ट डे से शुरू कर दिया. एवरी वीक if you're making a trade test in which you plan a soup, you plan a main course, you plan a dessert and appetizer. Okay, four course menu. Appetizer, a soup, main course and a dessert. तो आपका वो फोर कोर्स मेन्यू हो जाएगा. उसको आप करिए और उसके बाद आप उसको हर हफ्ते बनाइए. बाय द टाइम यू कम टू थर्ड ईयर आप उसमें मास्टर्स जाओगे. आप कभी भी उसको भी गड़बड़ी नहीं करोगे. बट इन द फोर्थ ईयर यू कमिंग एंड द होटल आस्क यू टू कम एंड प्रिपेयर ऑन you know menu of your own choice, and then you're waking up and then you're making some menu. Sarma aisa bana dunga, aisa bana dunga. The time is already gone. Now you have only how much time? Maybe a 2 weeks, a month, maybe 3 weeks time, maybe 2 weeks time. So you don't know. तो उसमें क्या होता है आपका जो टाइम है वो खत्म हो गया. बट इमेजिन अगर आप फर्स्ट ईयर से कोई ट्रेड टेस्ट को बार बार बना रहे हैं, बार बार बना रहे हैं. मैं कहता हूँ एक क्यों, दो या तीन या अलग कुजीन्स के आप ट्रेड टेस्ट वर्कआउट करिए. उसको हर बार हफ्ते में 2 बार बनाइए. सो दैट वुड बी वेरी गुड फॉर यू. I'll have to stop here because I think my AirPods have gone battery low. So I'll be working on it without the AirPods. So just can somebody tell me if I'm still audible? Am I still audible? Okay. So what happens when you start to ओके सो व्हाट हैपन्स. आप फोर्थ ईयर में आ गए हो, आपने तब आपने डिसाइड किया या आपने वेट किया होटल को आपको ट्रेड टेस्ट देने का. और अगर सोचो कि होटल ने आपको ट्रेड टेस्ट नहीं दिया अपना और बोल दिया कि चलो आप खुद ही अपना बनाओ, एंड देन यू आर वेकिंग अप एंड देन यू डिसाइडिंग कि ओके मैं ये वाला ट्रेड टेस्ट बनाता हूँ, तो कितना टाइम आपको ऑलरेडी वेस्ट हो चुका है. सो आई वुड रियली एडवाइस यू टू स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन योर ओन मेन्यू. अपना अपना फर्स्ट डे से ही मेन्यू प्लान करो यार. उसको रोज हफ्ते में 2 बार 3 बार 4 बार बनाओ एक हफ्ते में. तो आप सोचो जब तक आप थर्ड डे में होगे आप कितनी बार उस मेन्यू में वर्कआउट कर चुके होगे. आपको उस मेन्यू का इन एंड आउट पता होगा और आप ट्रेड टेस्ट कभी भी फेल नहीं करोगे. यू वुड नेवर बी फेलिंग ट्रेड टेस्ट इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग योर ट्रेड टेस्ट फ्रॉम फर्स्ट ईयर और इफ नॉट फर्स्ट ईयर सेकेंड ईयर एंड देन प्रिपेयरिंग इट एवरी वीक एटलीस्ट वंस. राइट. सो दिस इज हाउ यू शुड बी डूइंग इट. देन कुजीन में आपको बता दिया हाउ यू हैव टू पिक अप वन कुजीन. कैसे आप एक कुजीन को पिक कर सकते हो. उस कुजीन के बारे में पढ़ो. एक कुजीन को पिक करो, ठीक है. उसके बाद उस कुजीन के बारे में पढ़ो. बुक्स, मैं आपको सिर्फ 2 बुक्स का नाम रिकमेंड करूँगा जो आप अगर पढ़ लोगे तो आप, मैं आपको गारंटी दे सकता हूँ कि आपका ट्रेड टेस्ट क्लियर हो जाएगा. व्हाट आर दोज बुक्स? TOC, ओके, थ्योरी ऑफ कुकिंग बाय कृष्णा और संगम फिलिप्स, वो पढ़ो आप. TOC अगर आप पढ़ लोगे, आप पूरा TOC को अगर आप पढ़ लोगे तो आपका जो टेक्निकल्स है उसको मग इन कर लो TOC को, तो आपका टेक्निकल्स क्लियर हो जाएगा. इफ़ यू थिंक आपने TOC पूरी पढ़ ली है, PS बाली का आप किताब पढ़िए, लारूज आप पढ़िए. आपको बहुत हेल्प मिलेगा ये सब टेक्निकल्स को क्लियर करने का. सो आई थिंक इफ़ यू फॉलो ऑल दिस थिंग्स दैट आई हैव मेंशन्ड टुडे, सो आई डोंट थिंक देयर वुड बी एनी प्रॉब्लम. आपको जो बेसिक्स क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं व्हेन यू अपेयर फॉर इंटरव्यू, फॉर suppose you are preparing for kitchen, so they'll ask you one very basic question: why do you want to become a chef? We don't have an answer for this. Why? There is no correct answer for this. There is no perfect answer for this. Why do you want to become a chef? They just test you. What is your answer? How passionate are you? So why do you want to become a chef? Because I'm passionate about it. I enjoy cooking. Cooking is my passion. Or I like to experiment in kitchen. You can say things like this. For me, cooking is something I love to do. That is why I want to become a chef. You should have some different answers, okay, for questions like this. Which cuisine do you prefer? Now, if they ask you questions like this, then you again blank. You don't know why. So if you say Chinese cuisine, why do you like Chinese cuisine? आपको उसका answer होना चाहिए. So, for example, if they ask you and your answer is Indian cuisine is full of flavor. Or any cuisine you tell me which is not full of flavor. So you give simple answers like this. Don't go very technical. Tell them, yes, I want to join Indian cuisine because it is full of flavor and it offers you a lot of variety. I love cooking Indian food. I feel very, very, very energetic when I'm cooking food. So that is why I want to become a chef, and that is why I want to join Indian cuisine. Then they ask you, can you handle long working hours? You have to give a very good answer. And what also they give you when you go for an interview, sometimes they also ask you for situation handling. For example, a guest walks into your uh, hotel and he comes to your restaurant and you're out of food. How would you serve the guest? Questions like this. There are two people who are entering your hotel and you're about to close the kitchen and you don't have any stuff to cook and the waiter by accident or by mistake takes the order. How would you handle the situation? So how would you handle the situations? I would be making a video on things like this. Food cost, they ask you, how do you calculate food cost? What is the perfect food cost? What should be the what should be the food cost of a hotel, of your kitchen? Uh, can you handle the physical and the mental pressure that the hotel is going to give you? How would you answer questions like this? Can you handle a guest who does not like your food? What questions, answers would you give in situations like this? Or in my recent experience, uh, there were situations where somebody is taking food for the customer and for the guest, or by mistake the food fell down on the ground. Would you be serving the same food? And the guest has not seen that. Would you be serving the same food to the customer or not? Okay, this was one of the questions was asked to one of my students recently in Oberoi. So situations like this you have to work on. Okay, so I'm going to tell you one more time that you can clear any interview provided you have work on your communication skills, provided you have work on your grooming standards, provided you have work on your physical appearance, you have done your research, you have done your studies, you have read your books, which is only two books I'm saying, Theory of Cookery and P.S. Bal. These two books, if you read by heart, if you learn whatever is written there like a Bible, you would clear any damn interview. Start working on your knife skills. See, students, your skills and your knowledge comes in the very end. In the first, you have to clear what? In the first, you have to clear a GD, which is completely based on how you speak English or how you communicate yourself. How good of a speaker are you? If you clear a GD, then comes the PI and the technical rounds. If you clear the PI, the technical, then comes your cooking skills. So because even the hotel industry, they know that you do not have very great cooking skills because you're really a very new student who has not developed many of the cooking skills. But a hotel can always give you training. आपको ट्रेनिंग मिल सकता है होटल में जाने के बाद, तो they can always develop your cooking skills, but they cannot develop your communication skills, they cannot develop your physical appearance that you have to develop, they cannot develop your grooming standards that you have to work on. So if you work on your communication skills, if you work on your grooming, if you work on your technicals, you start reading your books, I can guarantee you can clear any damn KMT program in India or world. Even if you're in fourth year or third year and you start working from day one when you enter fourth year or your final year, it is still not late, I'll tell you. But you have to give your best, you have to give your 100%. That is only you will start working. Okay, so this is it for today's session. If you have any questions, you can type the questions in comment section. I would be answering your question. I will be replying to your questions once I read your questions in the comment section. I'll be replying to it. So thank you students for joining in today and have a good day. I'm still here in case you have some questions that you want me to answer right now. I will be answering them right now. Okay. So thank you for joining in guys, and I wish you all the very best. And the good news for you guys is that the COVID is slowly disappearing and the market or the tourism industry is opening up. So there are a lot of jobs which are coming up now. So last 2 years was not really good. We did not have a great placements, but I'm hoping that now we would be getting market would be opening up and we'll have huge placements. A lot of job openings will be there for the students. So all right, thank you very much for joining in. Have a good day. Bye bye.